waiting for, just go do it. All right, now that I've threatened everyone, we have a returning guest. I am so excited. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am pretty good. I was really excited when you're like, "Yeah, I want to come back," and then when today's guest fell through, and you're like, "Yeah, I can do today." I'm like, "Oh, cool. All right." So, for those who don't know who you are, go back and watch the other episodes. But for those who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, so I am a I'm an author, I'm an editor, I'm a podcaster, a speaker, I'm an artist, I'm a publisher. Really excited about being a publisher. I opened my imprint to other projects. I had it open since 2023, and I'm excited that I opened it to other projects. Ended up producing 10 projects last year. Looking forward to doubling that this year, and making people's publishing dreams come true in excellence. So that's been a lot of fun for me. And of course, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and a friend.
Okay, see, you knew what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, "Girl, that is what you do, not who you are." But then you got me. Um, I love that, and we are gonna talk about all that other fabulous stuff near the end. But for
Sure.
now, you have a really interesting story, and I know we've talked about your story in the past. However, we have new listeners, and I always hear something new whenever we tell our stories. I mean, never tell them exactly the same way. We're not reading a book.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about your story, and because it is very interesting, and I'm gonna interrupt you randomly.
Sure. I'm used to it. I have kids, a husband.
Right? Exactly. This is no surprise. So the floor is yours.
Okay, so in terms of life, I just love being an encourager, right? So if anyone out there is struggling with discouragement and disappointment, just lean into why you're feeling that way, okay, and embrace the space that you are in, and know that whatever it is that you're feeling, your past does not shape your future. It's just a part of your story. And just remember that your story doesn't end with the past. It doesn't end with how you're currently feeling, the emotions that you're dealing with. It ends with exact what you do. And so that's something that's really near and dear to my heart and very important to me, because I have battled depression. Uh, never thought I was going to deal with depression, but ended up dealing with it because it's a medical side effect of being a brain hemorrhage survivor. And then just living through life and experience different ups and downs. I've, you get confronted with the world that you live in, the circumstances, the people you engage with, and you can get really disappointed, really discouraged in this life. And so I'm here to encourage you. Listen,
So what
pursue
did
those dreams.
right?
Keep
I
it
love
moving.
all of that. Now let's narrow it down and pick a path, and then obviously get off the path because I like to never stay
Yeah.
on one path too long. Um, so you're talking about depression, which I've been there. It's so much fun, isn't it? Um,
Oh,
but for those who maybe are listening that don't know what it actually feels like, or and they just they know people with that have it and they want to help, but you just don't know. Can you explain what it feels like? That's a hard one. I know.
yeah. No, it's yeah. It is. It is like walking through a dark tunnel, knowing well. And this is the issue with and depression. Has it's cyclical, and there you have times where it's worse than others.
Yes.
So personally for me, in my experience, it could be knowing, so you're in this long dark tunnel and you know that there's another side to it. You know that there's light, that there's a way out, but you can't find it.
Yeah.
And no matter how many people tell you, hey, there is light, there's, keep on going, stop, pull yourself
Right.
up by your bootstraps, you can't see it. And so it just become, after, even sometimes the things they say actually become annoying because they don't
Yes.
understand how you, yeah, some of the dumb things that people have said to me, it's just, it doesn't help. And so just let that person, first of all, don't try to fix them. Just let them vent. Let
Yes.
them let them
Yes.
share and explain how you're feeling. Because one of my besties, she just wants to fix me, and she just is like, well, look at the positive. Look at, and
Oh
that's
my
true.
gosh, my mom does that too. And I'm just like, no, I know there's positives. That doesn't make me feel better. That makes me, it actually makes me feel worse because it's like I know they're there, but I can't feel the happy for them. So now I'm feeling depressed and I'm feeling bad about the fact that I can't feel the happy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, what does it feel like for you?
For
Do you,
me, depression
yeah.
feels like an emptiness, like
Okay.
just a lack of emotion, a lack of motivation, just lack of
Yeah.
life. And
Right.
it's so hard. It's like being in like a pit, a big black pit, and you don't know where to go. You don't know how to get out. Or you do know how to get out, but you can't find the doorknob. It's like okay, so my favorite movie is Labyrinth. And if you
Oh.
haven't seen it, guys, then go and watch it. It's from the 80s and it's just the best thing. Anyways, it is like being in the oubliette. It's just a
Oh,
black pit where you put people to forget about them.
yeah. Oh, wow. Gosh, it's, yeah. In fact, it's like a reoccurring dream I have. I'm crawling through a tunnel and I can't find my way out. It's terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that is a lot what depression is like. And you know that positive, optimistic people can have depression. And
Right?
sometimes depression is situational. And sometimes and nothing is permanent, so it doesn't ever have to be permanent. And yes, there are plenty of things that we can do to to do better, to feel better, and get ourselves out of that pit. But you're right, Randy. It has felt like that, like this pit, and there's no ladder. This pit is like 80 feet deep. Like, how are we going to get up to the top?
Right? Unless you've got like a dwarf friend who can come and use his keys to open it. I just watched Labyrinth in theaters literally 2 weeks ago, so it's fresh on my mind. Um, I just love that movie so much. But it is. It's like, how do I get out of this? I
Yeah.
can't even see where the next thing is to be able to even try something. And even though in your head you're like, hey, a coping strategy is go outside, you're like, where's the door? I don't know how to get to the door to go outside. I know I need to go outside, but I can't get to it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really true. So the first step to either dealing with it yourself or helping someone who is dealing with an issue like depression, anxiety, and because of certain things, I also developed anxiety and a few other things. Things I've never had an issue with. I've never been afraid to be in a car. I've never been afraid of heights, but situational issues can bring that on. And some of us who have faced near-death experiences, I faced that crisis in my health. I guess I came face to face with my own mortality. And we
Yeah.
all know that we're not here forever, but especially when we're younger, it's something we kind of don't think about. We're like, yeah, that's for the old people, you know?
Right? Well, when we're younger, 40 was like ancient. And
Yeah,
now that
right.
I'm creeping up to that, I'm like, I am so young.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
right. And so we just think, oh, it's not. But when you're faced with that, you're like, oh my gosh, I really am checking out of here one day. It's you find yourself in this cycle where what does it all matter? I'm gonna die anyway. Which is
Yes.
don't go there. Okay, don't. But I'm just explaining to you how someone who is battling
Yes.
depression and anxiety might feel. And because of that, I became fearful in ways I had never been fearful before. I had to start breathing into a paper bag when driving.
Wow.
Even now, yeah, even now, when someone else is driving, I have to be careful. I try not to look at the road. I distract myself by doing other things because I'm like hitting a brake with, I'll be hitting the brake with my right foot. I'll get into arguments with my husband or whoever's driving. And so
Yeah.
I have to kind of have coping mechanisms that help me not to go there. Right.
And so, I mean, I know you said look down or breathe into a bag or whatever. What other coping strategies help?
So other coping strategies that help are to actually do something nice for other people. And what
Mm.
it does is it takes my mind off of me. Volunteering has been one of the best things I could have ever done. I am a volunteer art teacher. I could easily be paid for it. I do everything a regular teacher's supposed to do. And I teach once a week to high school and middle school students in Guatemala.
Oh, that's
And
so cool.
yeah, it's super cool. And I get to go there at least once a year and meet with the
Aw.
students and families. And I usually have a live art, um, like an art lesson, or we're installing a mural, or we're
Yeah.
doing an art show. And so doing something for someone else makes me feel really good. And especially doing something for someone who cannot pay me back. And I learned that from my parents. My parents were like, it's easy to, do something for someone who can do something back for you, but
Right. You scratch my bag, I scratch your bag. Yeah.
and another thing they taught me is to be an anonymous giver, and someone who does something for people anonymously, where they can't reach out and tell you thanks, or it can't be public. It's something that you know that you did for somebody, and it's private. Nobody else knows. It sounds weird, but it's something so cathartic and wonderful about helping someone and
I
doing something for other people.
I love it. So, oh, I was gonna say a few years, but a lot of years ago now, probably at least 10. Um, there used to be, well, we're friends, but she moved away. But she used to live in this region, and every year she would do like not a secret Santa, but like an adoptive family. And the whole premise was to try and recycle stuff. Like, so I would get my kids when they were little. I'm like, hey, what toys aren't you playing with anymore? Because I mean, let's be real, they're practically brand new most of the time. So they'd go through and they'd pick some stuff, and then we'd always go and buy a couple little new things. Or if it was on like their list and we didn't have it, I was like, they want this specific doll. Yeah, we can go and get this specific doll. But anyway, so then you'd go and you drop it off, and I loved it because I was Santa, right?
Yeah.
And absolutely nobody knew who you were, right? Like you just dropped it off, and it was great, and it was done with, and you knew how happy they would be.
Yeah.
Um, the one year, just the way things all fell, it's like, okay, can you go drop this off at the family that day? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go to the mom, and knocked on the door because they had asked for, and this was so sweet. They had asked for rugs for the girls' rooms because it
Oh.
was so cold. They needed rugs. So gave them a bunch of toys that they didn't ask for because I mean, come on, it's Christmas. But we bought them some brand new princess rugs to go in there, and the mom was just like in tears. She's like, I didn't know you were gonna get something new. Is that stuff just like because of the way this organization is? And I'm like, if you guys need it, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and make sure this is from you or this is from like, make sure that they believe in it. And it was awesome. And I know the point is to do it anonymously, but that specific thing was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that just buying somebody a rug was gonna make their whole Christmas. Like
Exactly.
something
Yeah.
so small to
Hmm.
me.
Yeah. 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 Another thing I feel strongly about is having a pet. Having a cat or a dog, listen, they are not doing anything for you. You got to clean up after them, take care of them. And it's like this thankless job, but it's something about caring for something, or now they become my someone.
Okay, it
They're,
is not thankless. So where do you think all the snuggles come from? Come on, they give you
yeah,
the
you think it's
cuddles.
nothing.
That's your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So it's true, yeah. Especially dogs, like they love you unconditionally. Cats, and people hate on cats. I don't know why, because I
I
love cats.
I am a
They
cat person.
have
I have both cats and dogs, but I'm a cat person.
yeah, you are a cat person. Yes, so am I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats a little more snobby, and they can take you or leave you. They're moodier, but they have
Right?
personalities.
You have to work harder for their affection.
You
Except
do.
for my one cat, his name is Mr. Fridge, as he was found in a hoarder's house in a fridge. That's where he got his
Oh,
name from.
oh my
Um,
God.
he's totally fine. We've had him now, I don't know, 5, 6 years. Um,
Okay.
he is like a dog though. If you go anywhere near him, he likes to be upstairs in my husband's room. So if you go up those stairs, that's it, meow, 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 and just like immediately attached to you. You cannot
Oh,
stop touching him and petting him. Like he just wants all of the attention all of the
yeah.
time. Belly rubs, the whole thing. So
Oh
I,
my
to me, he's much
gosh.
more like a dog in that way because yeah, just the
Yeah.
affection is touch me all the time.
Yeah. 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 My love bug brownie. She went home to go to. She went to Kevin before me. She'll be greeting me there and all that good stuff. But she was like that too. She was definitely my person. And in fact, if she were alive right now, she'd be probably on the back of my chair.
That's how Fridge would be. That's why I can't be upstairs while I do this. Yes.
Yeah, people would not believe it, but she would stroke my face with her
Mhm.
paws, retract her claws so she could stroke my face and put her two paws on my shoulders and look into my eye. I mean, she was a hot mess. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
totally affectionate, like more like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you because yeah, Fridge is just like that. And then I've got Smokey, who is the complete opposite. She's like, "You can pet me for a second, and now I'm going to bite you." I'm like, "That's cool. Thanks. Thanks so much for that. I love you."
Yeah. Yes, I've had love bugs like that too.
Yeah. Um, it would be interesting, everyone who is watching and listening, now and in the future, forever and ever. Throw some of your love stories with your pets down in the comments, and perhaps maybe one day, when there's enough of them, we'll talk about them because I love animal stories and I always get sidetracked with them. So let's hear your animal stories and how your animals help your mental health. I love it. That's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, that would be amazing.
Yes.
I'd be the first one to sign up because let me tell you, my animals were there no matter what. It's just something about them. I tend to write at odd hours. I'll write, sometimes I pull all-nighters or I stay up really late uh, or get up really early. And my animals have always been right there with me. I call them my writing partners.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, so throw your stories of how your animals help your mental health down below in the comments, and we will return to them. We will.
Yeah, I love it.
Obviously, we'll have to have Catherine back to do that. Obviously. Um, all right. So my middle name is Catherine. I always wanted it to be spelt with a K, but it's
Oh,
not. But I
I'm
used to
sorry.
in school writing it out. I put it with a K. My mom's like, "That's not your name." I'm like, "Well,
Oh.
nobody else knows that." Oh dear.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, so going back on track. Um, we know that we've got a few different coping strategies. Animals is the best one. But as you are coming out of the depression, or let me rephrase this. Say you're having a really good time lately and randomly depression hits you, because that's kind of sometimes how it works, right?
Yes, it is.
What is your first reaction or instinct to do?
Oh gosh.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing either. Just what is that first reaction when you feel it happening?
Yeah. So I had to be careful with this. I had to be careful. And I call myself a Christ follower. I don't even like saying Christian anymore because there have been a lot of yucky things associated with
Mm,
Christians. I don't know what's happening with Christians right now. They're giving us a bad name. So I'm a
they
Christ
are.
follower. Right. So I but I'm not legalistic, so I drink, and my go-to is wine. And I had to be careful and check myself because I realized that I was going to wine way too much.
Oh,
And I was
okay.
like, if I don't stop, I'm going to have a whole nother problem. I'm going to be depressed and I'm going to be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So I've got to rein that in. And I never want to be addicted to anything except God. Um, and and so I had to be careful with that. So I had to look at what does I do. I feel like I do need to pamper myself. So what does self-care look like? So I've opted to do things like, okay, I'm going to stop working at this time and I'm going to hang out with hubby. I have two massage chairs. Yay, hubs.
I am so
Yeah,
jealous of you.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I went and got my nails
Wait,
done. I had a
okay.
pedicure manicure last Friday because I go on vacation this Friday. And
Yay.
sitting in their big massage chair getting the pedicure because this is like my second one in my whole life, so I always forget how fabulous they feel. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there in the massage chair and I'm just like, go home. And I say to my hubby, we need a massage chair.
Yeah, so I'm
Jealous.
really fortunate. I have one in my bedroom and one in our movie room, and that's it's because I'm a chronic headache sufferer. Unfortunately, it was a side effect of being a brain hemorrhage survivor. So I have looked to self care. So I will treat myself to some time in the massage chair. I'll treat myself to getting a massage by a masseuse or facial. Treating myself to getting my nails and toes done, or just vegging out and watching episodes of something I like. I mean, I just finished Tulsa Kings and His Hers and whatever else that you're into, Stranger Things. So I'm all over those kind of things, just finding other ways that are more positive to treat myself so that it
Yes.
doesn't become something that's addictive.
Yes. But I love that you are capable enough to let us know that sometimes that first thought isn't the best one. And I think a lot of people are scared to admit that. Because
Yeah.
my first thought is give me a tub of ice cream. I have a problem with junk food. Okay. I really, really do. And I try really hard not to, but it's a big problem in my life. So
Yeah.
it's it's one of those things. I want to grab a big tub of ice cream. I want to go in my room, I want to turn off the lights, and I want to hide.
Yeah.
Um, that's not the best way to deal with things, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, it's delicious tasting, but it's not the best way. So
Mhm.
it's nice when we can admit it because it's not a failure. It's
No.
just an obstacle that we got to find a better solution for. And
Right.
sounds like you found some.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go buy a massage chair. My husband's gonna be like, no, I don't even know where I'd put. Like, I don't even have room for one. I'd have to get rid of something. Maybe I'll get rid of him and then get the massage. Um,
No, don't get rid of the hubby. Just find something else to get rid of. You can do it.
okay, I believe in myself. I'll get rid of the couch. I don't need a couch if I have a massage chair.
Yeah,
I don't care about anybody else. No.
there you go.
um, yeah. So it's really important to recognize that we don't always have the best first thought, and that there are things that we can go, whoa, stop, reassess. What can I do that's maybe a little bit better? Maybe go grab the animals and do some cuddling or whatever it is, because that's important.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, taking my dog for a walk, uh, working out. It really helps, especially if I do it in the morning before it just
Yes.
sets my mood, and those things help. I also have a time of prayer and devotion, and I also have a gratitude journal. And it's super important when you're experiencing darkness and you're experiencing depression. And sometimes it's not even something that happened. It just comes out of the blue. You just don't even know what.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, yeah. Sometimes my husband will be like, "Well, what happened?" I'm like, I don't know." And so if those things happen, and then sometimes it is triggered by something. Something
Yeah.
happens in the news. The news can affect us.
Yes. There's so much. Oh,
Yeah,
so much on
especially
that.
right now in the United States. God help you if you turn on the news. So you could be triggered by that. You could be triggered by something that happens. It's tragic in your family or a friend space, um, and so it's really important for you to think about. Well, what am I grateful for? What do I have that is good, that I can hold on to right now, that I can be
Mm-hmm.
happy about, that I'm grateful for. And so having a gratitude journal really helps center me and focuses me on the right things. And then I do have goals. And so, yeah, sure. If there is a friend who is having, like right now, I just found out that some good friends of mine, they're going through it. Like my friend's husband, they just found out he has a brain tumor. That affects me
Oh,
because I'm a
yeah,
loyal friend, and if you hurt, I hurt.
yeah.
And so I think, okay, how can I help them? So I prepare in advance. Okay, when I find out when their surgery is, I'm going to send a meal. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do something that's tangible that I feel will help, because I'm a fixer. I'm like Olivia Pope on Scandal. Like I'm a fixer.
My husband got right into that show.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those kinds of things really help.
I love how you said that you wanted to do something tangible or like bring over a meal or something. Because as we started this conversation with, we were talking about the stupid things people say to you.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's there's so many. We could probably write a book about that. But sometimes you just want people, I like to say, to sit in the suckiness with me. That's all I want. Just sit here and understand that life sucks right now.
Right.
But you want to bring me like a casserole or something? Yes, I am so down for that.
Oh, yeah. You
Because
know,
it
there's so
makes,
many. Yeah, it does. Yeah, and there's so many times where people say, "Well, just call me if you want me to do something." You know what? Really good friends just do stuff. They don't
exactly.
ask you, right? That I I had the unthinkable happen. My goodness. I had my brother, who's 19 months younger than me, drop dead in the prime of his life. And there were people
What?
who called and they said really stupid things. Oh, just don't be sad. He's in heaven. God needed another angel. First of all, that's not even theologically true.
Right?
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
But it's just they say really dumb things. I love the people that just showed up.
Hmm.
I had a girlfriend. She came. I opened the door and she came in. Her and her husband had pots and pans and food, and we're like, "What's happening?" She's like, "I'm in the kitchen. Go." She goes, "Go, be busy. Do whatever." She cooked me dinner. You,
Oh
you
my
know,
god.
just things like that. Just people just showed up
Yeah.
and helped out and were just there in that space, and that was amazing. So don't. Can I give people some advice? Is that okay, Randy?
We like to say it's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Share
Yeah,
your
wisdom.
wisdom.
Nuggets. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't even ask. Just do. Just show up.
Yeah.
Just show up.
Right? If you don't know what to do, then literally just showing up is the perfect thing.
Yes.
Now showing up with food, even better.
Yeah. Or ice cream. Super good.
Right? But just showing up, I maybe some Starbucks.
Yes.
So.
Starbucks will go a long
Right?
way. Sure.
Right? That's the biggest thing. Like when various traumatic events happened in my life, it was the friends that just went, well, that sucks. And I'm like, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones
Yeah.
that I remember, the ones that are like, that is so shitty. I'm like, it is.
Yeah.
It so is. Hey, you want to
Right.
go grab a coffee? Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah. I'll never forget when my brother died. It was so hard for me to even say it. I remember texting friends and saying,
Yeah.
"Andrew died. That's it."
Yeah.
And I had two friends who got on the phone with me, and I didn't want my family to hear me because I feel like I'm the fixer. I have to be the strong one.
Mm,
I was
yeah.
in the bathroom in the tub, with and we were crying together. We sat on the phone and we sobbed together for like 30 minutes. I felt amazing after that. I was like, "Oh my
Right? It's
God,
so good.
so good."
I know. I'm also considered the strong one in my family. So when my brother died, now he He died by a drug overdose. So it was
Oh,
kind
so
of
sorry.
expected because he was doing drugs for majority of his life, but at the same time it's
Oh,
not, right? He wasn't even
no.
40 yet. So the call was still very unexpected. And
Goodness.
so it was, well, Randy's the strong one. Randy can do it. Cool. So Randy won't show any emotions at all, and we'll just
Yeah.
get everything done and plan the funeral and do. Because my mom was
Yeah.
just like almost catatonic because she just couldn't believe that he had died, and
Gosh.
she thought that she had failed in some way. That's a whole other
Yeah.
podcast too.
Oh,
But
it is.
anyways, it was, you have to be the strong one. You have to, and so when we went to clean out his room that he had rented, it was a disaster. It's mostly garbage and used needles and stuff. I went outside and called my husband because it was my mom, my aunt, my grandpa that were there. I went outside and I called him, and I'm just crying on the phone to him, and he's not trying to fix it because he
Yeah.
knows you can't. Like, what? There's nothing you can actually say to fix it. And nothing's gonna bring him back. Nothing's gonna make him stop doing drugs if he was to come back.
Right.
But it was just the, well, that really sucks. When you come home, we'll order pizza. Like, tell me when you're on your way home and I'll order some pizza. That's, that's love
That's
right there.
amazing. Yeah. You need that though. People
Yeah.
to understand that to live in the suckiness of the moment and not try to fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, do you need me to come there? I'm like, no, I just needed to vent because I
Yeah.
can't say anything to my mama. And so I was just like, I just needed to vent. I'm good. Love you,
Yeah.
bye. Like, but it's that you're the strong one or the fixer or whatever, and you'll do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I got this. I got this.
Right. Exactly. Hmm.
Okay, so as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the show, very sad. Um, I mean, you've already shared lots of pieces of wisdom, but I always like to kind of pose a random-ish question. So, what would be your piece of wisdom, to somebody who, let's go with a sibling, because we were just talking about the whole being a sibling thing.
Yeah.
What would you say to a sibling, where they want to help their sibling they're like, this is the first time I've ever seen them maybe potentially depressed, like they're not acting like themselves. What is
Yeah.
it that I'm supposed to do? What would you wisdomly tell them?
To the sibling that's hurting or the one that wants
The
to help
the one
hurt
that wants to help.
to help this. Okay. Well, first of all, understand that we we never really stay the same, right?
Mm.
We have different seasons and things shape us and change us. When I hear people say things like nobody changes, they're always the same. I think no, that's not true. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Sure, there's certain things that might be true to you. You know, I tend to be a cut up. Like I'm the clown in my friend group. Like I will
I could
demean
see.
myself in a heartbeat to get you to laugh. Not a problem. But try to know where that person is coming from and figure out what is it that they may need in the moment for who they are right now. Allow them to be who they are right now. Don't remind them of who they used to be, who they're supposed to be, but love them where they are. So many of us, we are fighting for people to love us for who we are, right? We don't want to feel like you gotta like me if I do this, if I vote a certain way, if I look a certain way, dress a certain way. Just love me in my rawness. So that's really important to just love the person as they are with who they are right now in that season.
I love it because I wrote down this quote that you started the whole episode with: embrace the place you're in.
Yes,
And
amen.
ideally, other people will embrace that place with you.
Yes, amen.
Right? I
Yeah.
decided one day, I should have done this, since the podcast's been going for 5 years. Should have started this 5 years ago. But I've decided that I am now going to I've taken random notes, but they're always on like a sticky note, and then I lose them. So they're in a nice notebook now, a nice one that my in-laws got me for Christmas. It has like a beautiful leather cover and everything.
Oh,
It's very
nice.
pretty. Right, it's very pretty. And it says it's not about the journey, it's about the outcome. Oh, sorry, it's about the journey and not the outcome. That makes more sense. Right, so it's just fun. Anyway, so I've decided that one day down the road, when I have enough beautiful quotes from all of my amazing guests, I'm going to make like a coffee table book with like some pictures and then your beautiful quotes in there from the show. Oh.
That's juicy. Yeah.
Right. So that's years down the road. I got to do a whole bunch more. That's okay. Something to look forward to when you're like, hey, I said that. Look at that.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm a publisher, so just keep me in mind.
Right? Right. So I know that you have some things that you want to let the audience know about that you're working on and doing. So now is the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, I have this publishing company called Trust and Love Press, and now is the time. If you've ever said, I've always wanted to write a book, now is the time. So we have open submissions in January and in July. That's it. For now, as a startup company, those are our 2 times of submission. So if you have that book in you, think about it, send it to me. We are at drkatherinehutchinson.com. Very simple, straightforward. All the things are right there. And the submission description is all right there. I'm really excited about the books that my authors have already published, and we're getting ready to publish a whole bunch more this year, and including children's books. So if you're a reader, if you are an author, hey, come check us out. We'd love to hang out with you.
Oh, I love that. I was just thinking this morning, I haven't written a kid's book in a while. I should do that. Oh yeah, the last one I wrote was when I was in Cuba. Oh, I'm gonna be in Cuba. Maybe it'll just strike me while I'm there again.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was about a cat because we're cat people.
Yeah. A cat in Cuba?
No, it was about my cat here at home, but I wrote it while I was in Cuba.
Because you were inspired. And many times traveling, and that's another thing that's great that will help you, is travel. Even if it's a staycation, getting out of your environment and experiencing something else is so good. Yeah, because it gives you all this inspiration. I love that.
Yeah. So where are people going to follow you to stay up to date with all these cool new books that are going to come out from your company?
Yeah, so I'm really active on the Instagram, and I'm at author Dr. Katherine. And also my website is, like I said before, www.drkatherine, Katherine, Hayes, Hayes.com. Real simple. You'll find all the things, and we'll be able to connect and live happily ever after.
I love that so much. Is there anything else that you would like anyone to know?
Yeah, I would like you to know that if you are suffering with discouragement, disappointment, depression, anxiety, if you feel that you've missed your shot, you haven't. You were born for this moment. Your voice is important and needed. And so even if you aren't an author, hey, just don't ever give up on your calling. You are called to speak into someone's life, even if it's just one person. They need you. We need you.
I love that. I couldn't have ended it any better myself.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you back, and I'm sure you'll be back again. So thank you everybody who is listening. If you have any questions, comments, or animal stories, put them down in the comments below, because once we have enough, you'll have to come back to read them with me. That's just how that's going to work. It's going to be like a super special thing.
Yeah.
And remember to share these episodes out. We're talking about some really important stuff. Yeah, we have fun, we laugh, but let's be real. This is hard stuff that we've lived through, that people are still living through. And we want to make sure that nobody feels alone. So be sure to share these out. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are super close to that 300 mark on YouTube, so just do it. And remember, the only way to end the stigma of mental health is to speak openly and